You know that history repeats itself, right? 2 American Jews were shot simply for being Jewish. Are we witnessing the beginning of another Holocaust?
It's hard to breathe, but that's alright.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. It's your boy again, Shady Shae, the one and only. And today, guys, we are back again. We are very back. So, guys, this morning, I woke up to news of a brutal hate crime. 2 American Jews were shot simply for being Jewish. And I couldn't shake one question off my mind. Are we witnessing the beginning of another Holocaust?
Don't ever expect to be hauled out of your house.
As you know, history has taught us how hate can spread so very quickly. So, let's talk about what happened, why it matters, and where we go from here. Guess what we know so far? A gunman opened fire at a Jewish museum in Washington, D.C. on Wednesday night. 2 Israeli embassy staff shot dead near Washington, D.C. Jewish museum. And on YT News' Facebook page, they said, Elias Rodriguez, a 30-year-old resident of Chicago, is accused of killing Yaron Lichinsky, 30, and Sarah Milgram, 26, as they exited a private event for young diplomats. And according to Reuters, they said 2 Israel embassy aides shot dead in Washington. Officials say suspects shouted, "Free Palestine." You see, from the Middle East all the way to the Western world, it seems like the system has been infiltrated. I'll just get a brief of this story, so I'll just read this short article, alright? Washington, Jerusalem, May 22nd, Reuters. 2 Israeli embassy staffers were killed by a lone gunman in Washington, D.C. while leaving an event outside the Capitol Jewish Museum on Wednesday night, and the suspect chanted, "Free Palestine," after he was taken into custody, officials said. The victims, Yaron Lichinsky and Sarah Lynn Milgram, a young couple about to get engaged. A young couple about to get engaged. Were committed to building bridges between Arabs and Jews in hopes of ending bloodshed in the Middle East. You see, they were committed to building bridges between Arabs and Jews. They were not even against Palestine. They were not even supporting the war. They were on the side of humanity. They were not even the enemy here. If there are enemies, they were not even the enemies. You know, they were not even far right. You know, far right usually say far right are extreme. You know, they're aggressive. But these ones were committed to peace. So basically, they were on the side of pro-Palestine in a way, because they were committed to peace. But then they ended up becoming victims. This is one reason why I say we shouldn't just judge people by appearance. Never judge a book by the cover. Alright? You should never do that. Because now they've ended up killing their allies. They're allies in a way. Anyway, they were committed to building bridges between Arabs and Jews in hopes of ending bloodshed in the Middle East, according to people who knew them and advocacy groups they belonged to. Okay. Things are getting out of hand. At first, when the war started, October 7th, when Israel were attacked October 7th, we saw the news. When I saw that news, I got scared for all Palestinians. Because I know how well-trained Israeli army are. I know how well experienced and efficient they are. I just knew something crazy, something bloody was about to happen. Israel took a couple of days before retaliating, and they went in hard. When this war started, a lot of people were more like, okay, it's just between Israel and Palestine, it's just over there. Then the protests started in the West. And in the West, like in the UK, protests started, a lot of people went out. Even I went out for a pro-Palestinian protest.
The British government and those who support its actions have taken the side.
Because one, we were not supporting the government. You know, the government, they say, you know, is that far group, the extreme group. But we didn't go out to support the government. We went out on the side of humanity to support and be like, we don't want deaths in that area. But then as things went on, well, I'm not going to go deep into that, but the protests got the way they got a bit out of hand, that I had to go back to check the meaning of protest. I had to look up the meaning of, I was like, okay, what is protest? Oh, protest is this. I'm like, but I'm not here to judge anyone. What I saw, I was like, okay, I better not talk about that because, you know, I don't want to offend any snowflakes. So I let it be. Before I sidetrack too much, getting back to the story, a lot of people supported. A lot of people went out with them. A lot of people went out to show support. But then we noticed rising anti-Semitism in the UK. It was getting out of hand. Mobs gathering around Jewish synagogues. These are civilians. Alright, these are people that have no hand in the war. If you're interested in the war is happening in the Middle East. You can go over there. Alright, there are people living their normal lives. There are people that are not even interested in the war. There are people that have no say, no hand in the war at all. In different countries, living their normal lives, but then they are getting attacked. Alright, a lot of the attacks have been verbal. So if you want to say there's a Holocaust, I mean, it's verbal. No one has been beaten up. No one has been attacked. So we can't say a new Holocaust has started yet. So yeah, it's okay. They're angry. Let them be angry. Let them protest. At least they're getting their cause known to the government and to the world. Beautiful. But then it went a step further. Companies that support Israel or companies that are affiliated to Israel were getting attacked, getting vandalized. It became worrisome. A place really close to where I worked as well, I saw the paint they poured all over it. Okay, now that has gone beyond protest to vandalization. Still, we can't complain. That's not fine, but at least no one has been attacked. All right, no one has been targeted. But then it escalated a little bit. If anyone said anything positive about Israel, they started getting hate comments. I mean, I was like, hang on a minute. We're in the United Kingdom. We're in the Western world. There's freedom of speech. There's freedom of expression. And hate is a crime. Hate crime is punishable by law. It still seemed to worsen. It seemed nothing was really being done about it. Or even if anything was done about it, a lot of people were still not deterred. The protests were seeing numbers and numbers. It's fine to protest. Please carry on. Go protest. But then with the protests, we started seeing statues being desecrated. Sometimes things can get out of hand. So we go, yeah, it's all right, it's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it's fine because at least no one has been killed. No one has been really hurt. No one has been beaten up. Okay, that's fine. There has been no deaths. There have been no deaths. No one has been targeted because they're Jewish. You know, no one has been killed. All right, it's just anti-Semitism, just words. Only to wake up this morning and see that Jewish people are being targeted. It might seem random, it might seem like a small thing, but there's always a beginning of something. You need to notice the pattern. When the Holocaust started then, it was gradual. It was very, very gradual. The first obstacle is complacency, like, well, it's not gonna happen here. The second obstacle is denial, like, it's just a lone wolf, it's just one man. And the third obstacle is silence. Fear of speaking up, or even worse, cancelling each other over semantics. But silence is how hate wins. Denial lets it fester. Complacency makes us accessories. We've been here before and we know it. History has taught us. And to be honest, we know the cost. We all do know the cost. We have stories, we have survivors, and a global community that remembers. So right now, what can we do? Speak out. Call anti-Semitism by its name. Do not call a spade a big spoon. Call a spade a spade. We need to educate ourselves, share survival testimonies and history. We need to unite, build bridges between communities. The Jewish community, the Muslim community, the Christian community, the secular community. Because the truth is, when we stay silent, we let hate write the next chapter for us. And to be honest, we all know how that story ends. So guys, if you stand against hate, drop a love in the comment section. Share this video to someone to keep this conversation alive. And also guys, let me know in the comments what you will do today to stop history from repeating itself. May love win over hate. In this world full of hatred, racism, discrimination, antisemitism, whatever kind of phobia, you should be the change. Dare to be the difference. Love and peace out.
Oh, I love you more than words can say. You are me. Oh, you are the light that shine in my way. You are me. Oh.